need a stack of slime balls in order to build our iron farm. And if you're wondering what sort of monstrosity of an iron farm needs a stack of slime balls of all things, you can go check out my other 2 videos on the process of building this farm. But by the end of this, we're going to have way more slime than we need, hopefully, if all goes well. But first, we need supplies. And for the tutorial I'm following, which is by Wattles and is also linked in the description, we need 16 waxed weathered copper bulbs, a lava bucket, a sign, 4 netherwood fences, 4 walls, an iron golem, so, you know, this applies to make an iron golem, a water bucket, 1 hopper, 2 chests, and 18 stacks plus 48 of just some non-see-through building blocks. Thankfully, the walls, gates, signs, buckets, and chests were easy to get. So now we need the copper bulbs, hopper, and the iron blocks to make an iron golem, and hopefully by the end of that we'll have enough miscellaneous building blocks that I won't have to work too hard to get enough. We are not going for aesthetics here. For the copper bulbs, we won't need to go mining, thankfully, since we have quite a bit of copper, so we will just smelt these up and put them out to weather while we go get the worst part of the crafting recipe, blaze rods. Okay, I have to deconstruct these to smelt them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 second. Wait, I'm so freaking confused. So that was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 12 because it's 3 copper blocks for 4, and we need 16. And 4 divided by 4 is 4, which means we need to, like, craft it 4 times, and 3 times 4 is 12, so yeah. Anyways. So I have smelted up the copper and crafted them into blocks, and while they were smelting, I expanded our carrot section of the farm a bit, so, you know, we are getting there to this actually being a farm island, and let's lay these out here. And I know initially I said that while these were oxidizing, we would be killing blazes, but then I realized that while we were in the nether, these wouldn't be loaded, and as such would not oxidize. So instead, I'm going to be working on the farm some more and, you know, gathering up crops and trading for emeralds and stuff. This is totally not me procrastinating having to actually fight blazes. I don't know what you're talking about. So that took quite some time. The oxidization of copper takes forever. But we have 12 weathered copper, and the carrots have moved up the hill, and so have the potatoes, though to a lesser extent. So now it really is time to go fight some blazes. So I've made myself a shield, I've got my gold helmet. Let's see how poorly this goes. It is convenient that, okay. Slightly less convenient things happening. I don't have any We need blocks. We've got to go grab those. Alright, take 2. Yeah, this was... Rip me, I guess. Oh wait, I'm not dead. Now I am. Frick. I think I went this way to find the village, if I'm recalling correctly. This was like at least a year ago. Let me... Oh wait. Wait. Waypoints are a thing. Alright. We're not too far away. All of that stuff is gone though. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have made a bow or something. We've got to try that again. I'm probably gonna try entering the fortress from a, like, different direction that's not directly at the blaze spawner, and we'll go from there. Right, so we are a vague approximation of re-geared up. I should probably have a pickaxe on me so that I can break blocks and not just place them. Alright, Take two. Oh, we're gonna start with hiding that, and then we're gonna make our way. Is this just
Solid netherrack brick? What the frick? Ah! It seems to be. Aha!
Oh my gosh, I have created an incredibly bad approximation of a mob farm. They know I'm here. Surely they're going to get closer at some point. Surely. Hey, come here. I need 4 blaze rods, so... Yes. Ah! I really should have brought a bow. Okay, how many more of those guys are there? Okay, hello, sir. Think I could get it to drop down? The answer to that is no. You know what? What the frick? Why are you just dropping down now? Yes, 3 blaze logs. I need 1 more. Yes, okay. Now I just need to, like, get out of here intact. Oh my gosh, I did not realize my health was so low. Oh, crap. Great. We run for it. Oh boy. And so, with our blaze rods, the copper, and some redstone that I mined last episode, we can craft our copper bulbs. Now, there is one more thing we need for them, for you to, you know, stay in this oxidization state, and that is wax. There are several beehives around, so it wasn't that much trouble to get what we needed, although due to our mishap in the nether, I did have to go get some iron to make a new pair of shears. And with that, we now need to get the iron for the iron golem and the hopper. So, time to go mining. And before this mining session, I was unaware that iron could spawn in like diorite and andesite and granite and stuff until I mined through some of one and I just got jump scared by an iron ore. I was also unaware of how close coal and iron could spawn to each other, but the more you know, I guess. I really have to go through and organize this strip mine at some point and block off loops and stuff because I get lost every single time I try to get out. Yoshi, is that so? And so, with the iron we need, plus a little bit extra gathered, it is time to do some smelting and crafting. We have essentially all of the supplies we need. As you can see, we have enough building blocks, we have our hopper, we have our block of iron. We do need a carved pumpkin, but that is rather easy to get, so we just do that. And we have everything we need. So, it's time to find a swamp biome. Now, I have explored a decent amount in both that direction and like that direction. So I'm not going to head in those directions because I know that there isn't a swamp biome for a good bit. I think we're probably going to head that way. And if I can't find a swamp biome fairly soon, I might just check one of those seed map things because I'm impatient. We do need some sort of supplies, so I have a bed. Let's stick our more hard to get items in there. Just in case we die. I have several other stacks of cobblestone, so that's fine. We want a boat, and I guess I'll also bring a change of boots along. I don't have any more chest plates. Huh. I should get some more from the villager. Anyways, I'm also gonna make myself a stone sword. So, like, I can pretend that I have a semblance of protection. I mean, I do have my shield, so that's good. Alright, let's go. And this is going to be a time lapse because I don't know commentary. So, I have been exploring for 40 minutes, and I realize that's not that long of a time in the grand scheme of things, but I do not have all that much time, and like, we've still gotta build the farm and stuff, so, yeah, and I've still gotta go back to, like, our house. Yoshi, I'm trying to talk to myself here. So, yeah, we're looking at one of those seed map things. So, I put the seed in, I technically started on 1.24. So, like, I think, here's our spawn. I think this is our main village area. Yeah, I don't see any swamps nearby enough that I think they would have generated before we switched to, or before 1.25 came out. Oh, mangrove swamp. Dang. Well, I haven't run across any of those, so I know that those weren't generated. So, let's switch back over to 1.25, and okay, this is much the same, actually. Well, there's mangrove swamps. Okay, here is an actual swamp. And that is negative. Okay, I need to write this down. So negative 4,070, 3,428. All right, let's see how far away from that we are currently. I mean, there's my spawn. That's not that far away. I feel like I went too much this way and I missed it. Dang. All right, let's head to the swamp. We have arrived at the swamp biome. I don't want to say found because, you know, we did use the seed map to get here, but, you know, we have a swamp, which means that we can build the farm. We will have to go back to the house to get the supplies because I wasn't about to wander around with all of that stuff on me and risk dying and losing it. And speaking of stuff, I collected quite some things on my travels. I have 2 armor trims now, the new firefly bushes, acacia saplings, which we didn't have previously to this, leaf litter, wildflowers, both of which we didn't have. I'm pretty sure we didn't have sunflowers, and also I got some more iron, and also a treasure map, which I'm honestly not sure where that ends up being, but either way, now it is time to get our supplies and build up the farm. Now, you know when I said we'd just be using cobblestone and not caring about aesthetics? Yeah, turns out I lied. We're using stone bricks for this, and boy oh boy did smelting the cobblestone take a while. Though I did start building the farm while I was waiting for them to smelt. Also, can I just say that the mob retextures in the new update are absolutely adorable, like the winter biome cows, the different wolves? I love them. Anyways, the first thing I do to build the farm is clear out and level the area the farm will take up. So, you know, raising and lowering terrain, chopping down trees, that sort of thing. Then I built up the slime killing chamber, which works because the slime tried to attack the iron golem, fall into the hole, and get pushed into the lava by the water and die. At least I'm fairly certain that's how this works. I'm not the one who designed the farm. Then, after building the killing chamber, I built up the walls and put in the copper bulbs, which, by the way, are a pain to light when the only power source you have is a button. Like, it wasn't difficult or anything, but placing the lamp, then the button, then pressing the button, then breaking the button, and repeating that got fairly tedious after the second or third time of doing it, and, you know, I had to do it 16 times. After the lamps were lit, I started to work on the roof, and this is where things got annoying, because at this point I was consuming the stone bricks faster than the cobblestone was smelting. So I had time to kill just running around and stuff. I did take the opportunity to get enough ladders to build up to the AFK spot, which wasn't included in the supply list at the start of the tutorial I'm using for this for some reason, and also to dig out the area where I'll be collecting the slime. I also put some foliage over the outside of the farm to make it look kind of like an abandoned, overgrown structure, or at least something along those lines. This general area will probably turn into a bit of a farm district. I know that's not what they're technically called, but I'm absolutely blanking on the word right now. Wait, it's industrial. So it'll be a bit of an industrial district, and I think having all of the farms in the area be overgrown and sort of abandoned looking would be really cool. Whenever I end up building those farms, though, I'm going to smelt any necessary blocks before bringing them over because I ran out of coal and had to go gather more while smelting the cobblestone, and that was not fun. And we now have the farm mostly complete, so all that's left to do is build an AFK platform and, well, AFK for the slime. Our chest area is not nice looking at all, though. I might decide to decorate this at a later point, but for now, I'm just leaving that as is. So, time to build up 111 blocks to AFK. And yes, I am aware that this AFK spot has no aesthetic value whatsoever, and one could argue that it in fact takes away aesthetic value from the rest of the farm, but I'll be making it look pretty some other time. Not this episode, but at some point it'll be looking nicer. And so, a bit of AFKing later, I could not tell you the actual amount of time because I was not paying attention. I was watching Twitch streams instead. We have slime balls. More than enough, thankfully. We only need a stack, so we can cross slime off of our list of supplies necessary to build our iron farm. And next time we will be crossing another item off of that list. If you enjoyed, subscribe. You'll get to know when the next episode, when I upload next, and eventually we will be, you know, actually building the monstrosity of my iron farm in our survival world here. And if you're not interested in seeing that, but you do like The Sims 4, subscribe anyways, because I post Sims 4 content as well. Remember to take care of yourselves, drink water, eat enough, and I will see you guys next time. I have got to bring the supplies over here back to the base. I'm not boring you guys with that, though. Bye-bye!